What if everything you've been told about online success is a lie? What if the journey from broke to bourse is not a straight path paved with overnight wins, but a battlefield of mistakes, failures, and lessons that history itself has already revealed? Welcome to Next Gen Hustle. Thank you to all our new subscribers, to our loyal returning subscribers, and to everyone watching this right now. Stay with us until the very end, because in this video, you will hear the real journey behind online success. A journey stripped of illusions, a journey built on facts, history, and undeniable truth. The internet promises wealth at your fingertips. But here's the truth: most people fail not because they lack intelligence, but because they've been sold dreams instead of facts. The real story is older than the internet itself. From the merchants of the Silk Road, to the industrial titans of the 19th century, to the digital entrepreneurs of today, the principles never change. Wealth comes from discipline, leverage, and relentless adaptation. And that's exactly what we uncovered today. At Next Gen Hustle, we do not deal in illusions. We deal in truth, truth that can change your future. Truth that reveals the path from broke to bourse in ways the mainstream refuses to teach. First, we must dismantle the lie that poisons every newcomer: the myth of overnight success. The internet loves to showcase rags to riches stories that seem to happen in a blink. A viral video, a sudden explosion in sales, a crypto millionaire born from a single trade. But here's the historical reality. Thomas Edison tried over 1,000 experiments before inventing the light bulb. Jeff Bezos worked 4 years at hedge funds, meticulously planning, before ever selling a single book online from his garage. Jack Ma was rejected from over 30 jobs, including one at KFC, before he launched the global empire of Alibaba. Their stories weren't instant. They were forged in years of unseen effort. Modern research confirms this timeless principle. Studies show that the average millionaire takes between 7 and 10 years to build their wealth. Success is not a lottery ticket. It is the inevitable result of compounding effort. Each day of work, each skill learned, each failure overcome adds a layer to your foundation. So, stop looking for shortcuts. They don't exist. Build for the long game. Thank you to our new subscribers, and deep respect to our returning community. Stay with us, the truths ahead are even heavier. Second, you must evolve from survival to strategy. When you're broke, your world shrinks. Survival consumes all your energy. Paying for food, making rent, escaping the crushing weight of debt. These immediate pressures define your choices and keep you trapped in a reactive state. But the fundamental shift from broke to bourse happens when you learn to see money not as a cage that confines you, but as a tool you can command. History provides a powerful lesson. During the Great Depression, where economic terror gripped the world, millions collapsed. Businesses shuttered and fortunes vanished. Yet, certain companies like Procter & Gamble didn't just survive, they thrived. While their competitors slashed costs in a panic, P&G made a strategic, counterintuitive move. They reinvested in radio advertising. They were playing a game of strategy while everyone else was stuck in a game of survival. They captured the market's attention when it was cheapest and built a dynasty. Today, the very same principle applies in the digital age. Those who remain trapped in the cycle of paycheck to paycheck living will never escape. But those who dedicate time, even when exhausted, to learning new skills and applying digital leverage are the ones who rise above their circumstances. Remember this: broke is a state of the pocket, a bourse is a state of mind. Third, you must master the power of digital leverage. In the past, leverage was physical and expensive. It meant owning factories, controlling railroads, or drilling for oil. It was a game reserved for the wealthy and powerful. But today, leverage has been democratized. Its code, its social media platforms, its digital distribution. A single YouTube video, an online course you create once, a digital product that can be sold an infinite number of times. These are the new levers that scale without limit. Consider the facts. Spotify serves over 600 million users worldwide with a team of fewer than 10,000 employees. Now, compare that to a giant of the industrial age, Ford Motor Company, which employs over 170,000 people to build and distribute its products. The internet gives you the power to multiply your output without multiplying your costs, creating unprecedented asymmetry between effort and results. This is the force that turns solo hustlers into global bosses. And to all of you staying tuned, thank you. You're part of a global community that values truth over illusions. Fourth, you must understand that failure is data, not defeat. Our culture teaches us to fear failure, to see it as a mark of shame. But for the entrepreneur, failure is the most valuable resource you have. Every great innovator has failed, often spectacularly. Elon Musk's first companies, Zip2 and X.com, nearly collapsed multiple times before succeeding. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job and told she was unfit for TV. Henry Ford, the father of the modern assembly line, went bankrupt 5 times before the Ford Motor Company found its footing. The truth is this: failure provides critical feedback loops. It is market research you could never buy. Each failed product, each rejected idea, each bankrupt venture teaches you what the market accepts and what it rejects. It's raw data. Modern statistics reveal that 90% of startups fail. But this isn't a story of defeat. It's a story of iteration. The founders who pivot, who learn from the data their failures provide, they become the 10% who dominate their industries. Don't hide from failure. Harvest it. Fifth, you must choose discipline over motivation. Motivation is a fleeting, unreliable emotion. It's a spark that can get you started, but it will never carry you to the finish line. Discipline, however, is a system. It compounds over time and builds momentum even on the days you feel no inspiration at all. History proves this again and again. The Roman legions didn't conquer the known world through hype speeches and motivational rallies. They conquered through daily drills, relentless practice of formations, and an unbreakable structure. Their dominance was built on a system, not a feeling. In the same way, online success is not about waiting until you feel like creating. It's about the discipline of consistent output, day in and day out, whether you're motivated or not. As James Clear, the author of the groundbreaking book Atomic Habits shows, systems, not goals, are what drive results. Small, consistent actions, repeated over time, create exponential outcomes that seem impossible from the start. Bosses build routines. Routines build empires. Sixth, you must grasp the economics of attention. In the 21st century, the most valuable resource is no longer oil or gold. It is human attention. Wealth today flows directly to those who can capture and control it. The facts are undeniable. The average person now spends over 6 hours of their day online. Platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram dominate the modern mind, commanding billions of hours of focused attention every single day. And where attention goes, money inevitably follows. Look at the ultimate example, Beast. He generates tens of millions of dollars annually, not just from YouTube ad revenue, but by capturing an unprecedented amount of global attention and then skillfully redirecting it into his own business ventures, like Beast Burger and Feastables Chocolate. He understands that attention is the gateway to commerce. In the digital world, if you're not building an audience and capturing attention, you are functionally invisible. Thank you to everyone subscribed. You're proving that attention can be directed toward truth, not deception. Seventh, you must recognize the compounding effect of skills. Money comes and goes, markets crash, but skills, once acquired, multiply in value over time. From Andrew Carnegie mastering the intricacies of steel production to create an industrial monopoly, to modern coders building world-changing startups from their laptop strew. Lasting power comes from unique, compounding skills that the market demands. A recent McKinsey study revealed a startling fact. 87% of executives report that they are already facing or expect to face significant skill gaps in their workforce. In this new economy, skills, not university degrees, are the true drivers of wealth. The market doesn't care about your resume. It cares about what you can do. That's why bosses don't just buy skills for a single job. They build them, stack them on top of one another, and deploy them as a force multiplier. Eighth, and finally, you must adopt the real boss mindset. The final truth is that becoming a boss isn't about the money, the cars, or the status. It's about one thing: control. Control over your time, so you decide what you do each day. Control over your energy, so you can invest it in what matters. And control over your destiny, so you are the author of your own life story. Nelson Mandela, a man who endured 27 years of imprisonment, perfectly encapsulated this mindset when he said, "I never lose. I either win or learn." That is the essence of the boss mindset. You are never broken by circumstances, only informed by them. You are always evolving, always growing stronger. In short, boss isn't a title, it's freedom. And to every viewer who has stayed this long, thank you. You are not just watching, you are transforming. Today, we've uncovered the damaging myths of overnight success. We've established the critical shift from survival to strategy. We've seen the immense power of digital leverage. We've redefined failure and put discipline before motivation. We've understood the new economics of attention, the compounding value of skills, and the true meaning of a boss mindset. This is the real journey from broke to boss. It isn't glamorous, it isn't instant, but it is possible for anyone willing to see the truth and, more importantly, act on it. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, new viewers. Thank you for giving your most valuable resource your attention to this journey of truth. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Next Gen Hustle. Here, we don't chase illusions. We chase truth, results, and the future. Stay with us because the next generation belongs to the hustlers who know the truth. And that next generation begins with you.